I heard this is a safe place to overshare, and today I'm gonna overshare about my pregnancy OCD. If you're not familiar with what pregnancy OCD is, it is a type of OCD that convinces you, regardless of situation, regardless of proof, that you're pregnant. The worst experience I've had with pregnancy OCD can be summarized in this funny story I'm gonna tell you right now. So, 3 years ago, I went to my friend's house to party, get drunk at their house, watch some movies, and it was supposed to be a good time. Me, twink looking straight guy, a twink, 3 cats, bunch of Baijiu. What could go wrong? We're sitting there, we get drunk as fuck. We're having the time of our lives. We start weightlifting drunk, okay? That's how drunk we were. And in the midst of all that, something was brewing. What was brewing in my head was like, fuck, I'm pregnant. Mind you, 2 weeks prior, I just finished my period. But I was like, I am pregnant and I definitely have an ectopic pregnancy. And mind you, this is all happening while I'm out there with my friends, just drinking, watching movies, playing games, having a good time. And now it's time to go home because it's 5 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning, and I can't go home alone. So my friend takes me on his bike. We're on the bike. He's asking me, you good? I'm just there like, I'm good. In my head, I am planning to go and get a pregnancy test and convince myself that I am pregnant. I go to the pharmacy as soon as I arrive, like clockwork, get the stick, pee on said stick, look at stick, and mind you, you know that pee line that happens after you pee, that pee stain? Yeah, I was convinced that pee stain was the second line. And I was like, I'm pregnant. I was losing it. Drunk as fuck, mind you. I took that stick, went all the way to the nearest hospital, went to the OBGYN, and I was like, I'm pregnant. And she's like, when was the last time you had your period? And I was like, 2 weeks ago. And she was like, be nice, I'm finding it. And then I said, wait, look at the stick here. She looks at that pee stain on the stick and she's like, you're not pregnant. And I was like, I have an ectopic pregnancy. And she was like, how do you know? And I was like, I just know. I can feel it. Because money is money. She helped me do that test anyways. She gives me this blood work test to check my HCG levels and other hormones or whatever. So I have to sit and wait for an hour. I go to the cafe inside the freaking hospital and I decided to have 2 cappuccinos with not 1, not 2, each double shot espressos. So not only was I drunk, not only was I panicking, I was also hyper caffeinated. In that cafe, I imagined myself being a struggling mother to a child who I didn't even know the dad was. Mind you, consistent periods for 6 months, okay? I was not sleeping without a condom or anything like that, okay? I was fine in practice, but in my theory, I was pregnant. I was expecting. I literally drafted an entire message I was supposed to send to my dad, and I was like, Dad, you're about to be a grandpa. And I don't know who the dad is. So anyways, I went to the OBGYN's office, and I was like, so what's the results? And she was like, you're not pregnant. Mind you, this conversation is happening in Chinese. So I was like, really? And she looks at me, and she's like, she translates it. Mind you, I can read and understand the Chinese word for pregnant, okay? She translates it in her translating app, and she was like, you're not pregnant. You can go now. And I was like, okay. Anyways, pregnancy OCD, guys. Like and follow if you relate, I guess.